Hello everyone. Today we are gonna talk cultural differences. On my very first 4th of July in the United States, I was a Brazilian person practicing Brazilian culture without knowing that I was committing a very serious mistake. So what transpired was that I drove to Manhattan, and once I reached the place where I would watch fireworks, I had to catch a bus off that particular place, which we call shuffle. And inside this shuffle, was one of the first people to sit down. And in my culture, once you are sitting down, you stretch your hand to hold the belongings of whoever is directly in front of you. And that's exactly the mistake that I made over there. I stretched my hand to hold the suitcase of a man. And this man looked at me with a very angry expression, brought his suitcase closer to him, vented a noise, a sound of annoyance, of anger, and walked to the end of the bus. Now, everybody that was around me were looking at me like they were going to jump on me. And the person sitting next to me, the father of my son, started screaming at me, "Do you want to steal him? Do you want to steal him? Do you want to steal him?" Now, I could understand what he told me because one of the first things I did in the United States was to study a verb list, and steal was one of the verbs from my verb list. But I couldn't reply, I couldn't say anything. And I actually didn't even know what to say because I didn't know what I was doing wrong. Um, so at that moment, I just hoped that nobody would hit me, but it did completely destroy my very first of July because myself and the father of my son, who was then just a boyfriend, um, didn't talk for the entire holiday. Then we returned home. He did abandon me. He knew that I wouldn't be able to walk by over there without him, without speaking the language. So he did abandon me. But once back home, that he had contact with my sisters, he told one of them what happened, and she explained to him that it's a Brazilian cultural behavior that you have to hold the belongings of the person in front of you. And likewise, she explained to me that here in the United States, you absolutely, there in the United States, you absolutely don't do that. So we both learned a lesson on that day in a very painful way. Agora, a mesma coisa que aconteceu comigo pode vir a acontecer com você se você for incapaz de entender o que eu disse antes e resolver fazer uma visita aos Estados Unidos. Então é muito importante que você saiba o que eu disse lá. Eu comecei a falar bem rápido até no quando eu fui aprender inglês nos Estados Unidos. Eu com 2 meses estava começando a falar alguma palavrinha, por exemplo, may I have number one? Eu posso ter o número um, que era do o lanche do McDonald's. É, mas quando eu fui casar depois de 8 meses lá nos Estados Unidos, eu mal consegui ainda falar a, as, aquelas palavras do casamento, né? Os votos de casamento. Mas em um ano eu terminei o meu curso, que teria durado 3 anos. Mas hoje em dia, em somente 30 dias, você já consegue falar quase que tão bem quanto eu em inglês. Não exatamente como eu, mas você já começa, já consegue falar bem ao nível das pessoas conseguirem entender exatamente o que você está falando, de você conseguir expressar o que você quer expressar. Então, falem comigo, tente o meu curso de somente 30 dias. Beijos!